Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of Jay Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo-Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, Jay and Andrew began acclimating to their new role as co-captains by interviewing candidates for essential positions aboard the ship. They finally settled on a first officer, while subsequently creating the position of second officer as well. Up next is helmsman and military commander. Can they be a bit more decisive this time around? Or will this ship's org chart balloon out of control? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, so that concludes my 30 bullet point presentation of why you need to start appreciating scoops.
Yeah, Daniel, did all that sink in, finally?
Oh, yeah, no, it was super fascinating, and I definitely recorded all of it.
Oh, good. Because Andrew worked a long time on that presentation. I mean, buddy, the skull wipes. I can't get enough
skull
of them.
wipes.
Oh.
I mean,
it was extremely impressive, and I definitely recorded every little bit about why Scoops was so great. It's definitely going to be shared out to everyone in the world, and it's totally not a gigantic waste of time that you keep talking about this guy you knew for like 5 days.
Daniel, I'm glad to hear you say that. I mean, the way that you're saying that it was definitely recorded over and over again really gives me confidence that it's in there. So, whoo. Man.
Yeah, I mean, he needed that redundancy with, the loss of, data packs before and everything. So, I mean, I think it works out. Like,
don't worry. Yeah, I backed it up. No, I backed that up.
Oh, you backed it up? An external or?
On the, external, internal, mid-ternal, all the things. It's all backed up.
See, Andrew, I told you I knew about tech stuff. External tapes?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like, what is a mid-ternal drive? I've never heard of that before. I'm going to have to delve deeper.
Tech priest, got something juicy on your plate to dig into. And don't worry, Daniel, we will invite you to Scoops' death anniversary coming up here soon. We know you'll want to take part. It's a long ceremony, but it's worth it. What
is that going to be required for the entirety of the crew now? Is that going to be...
Daniel, great idea. Everybody should get involved.
No.
We got to get it added to the Rogue Trader calendar. It's got to be on there. It is a company calendar. We're going to update it as an official holiday. Love it, Daniel. We'll make sure to let everyone know this was your idea as well. Because, look, we don't want to take the credit.
Are they going to get a day off? Because a day off seems like a great idea.
I mean, that seems like a bit much.
Scoops worked to the very last moment of his death. He made us a delicious meal before he died on that boat, Daniel. So,
in fact, to honor him, they should work twice as hard.
We could do a potluck. Everybody make something in honor of Scoops. Yes. Oh.
Daniel, you are just a flood of amazing ideas. I'm glad this PowerPoint presentation just, sunk in hard.
Yeah, and again, your name will be attached to this, Daniel, so don't worry. You'll get all the credit.
Okay, it feels like I shouldn't say anything else about Scoops.
Well, the death anniversary is soon, so, just hold it on in, buddy. We hold it all in year-round so we can do it properly. Anyways, now that I think I feel refreshed, I think we can get back into this, right? We got some other candidates to take a look at?
Yes, we need to hire a new person to work on the helm. Well, again, not hire. Again, these are people that all already work for the Flexible Demeanor, but we need to promote somebody to take over the helm and somebody to be the new military commander. They've been waiting outside. They've been waiting for all of this time that you've been telling me about Scoops.
Little did they know, Daniel, this was part of the test. You see, you leave them out there, and the ones that get skittish, the ones that really get the nerves, that's where you see they got the chops to be a,
We're looking for the military commander, the one that's gonna, he's like very stubborn.
There you go. Can you be stalwart?
Unwavering.
Can you sit there and not move at all entirely? And for the Rudderman, the one that works the rudder, they've got to be stalwart and staunch.
It's the helm, not the rudder.
Ah, that's what it is. Do we have a Rudderman? Because here's the thing. If we got a Rudderman, helmsman, pretty close. Like, couldn't we just... That's a lateral move, I feel. They got a pretty good feel of moving the ship on the back end. You know?
So again, to be clear, the helmsman, this ship is so complicated. It's not that the helmsman has a wheel and turns it. The helmsman is in charge of all of the people who work on actually moving the ship from place to place. So there is no position known as a rudder man. Maybe those would be people working in the engines, but all of those would be people working for the helmsperson. Also, to be clear, please do not, I have 2 candidates for the helm. Please do not choose both of them like you did. Well, I mean, you make whatever choice you want to make, but you needed to pick who was going to be your first officer, and you essentially picked both of them to be your first officer.
Yeah.
And, are you
The
now
best
going to
of
pick
both
a helm?
choices.
Now you're going to pick a helmsman, and you're going to make up a position.
Well, Daniel, as you clearly stated, there's a position that has been vacant on this vessel the entire time, a ruddersman. And I mean the opportunity is right there. Now we can't say not everybody's rudder material, but
They still have to be the right choice.
they do.
But
So
the opportunity that you just reinforced is there.
Ooh, thank you, Daniel. Again, filled with so many good ideas today. Love it, buddy. You're bringing the energy.
The org chart is getting so much more complicated as we do this.
Oh, it's fine. You just pay another person. You know, money, we have it. It's good. It's good. So let's bring that next candidate in. Let's do this.
You remember how we have a 50 profit? In fact, never mind. Okay, let's bring in. Who would you like to? I'll just pick for you. Don't worry about it.
Love it.
So we have our first candidate is a woman by the name of Feoul.
Feoul. Roll it. Just
Yes.
it sits in the mouth nicely. Feoul. I love it.
Yes. She has some experience in the helm. She actually has filled in for Louis Swa a couple times in the past, and she is very experienced. So
All right.
she might be the one for this job.
Love it. Bringing her in.
Feoul walks in. She's a smaller woman, older as well. She has some wrinkles on her face. You don't want to ask a woman her age. And also in this universe, it's hard to even tell how old people are with longevity, treatments and stuff like that.
Plus, I feel like sometimes people age faster because of the stuff they see. I mean, it's a crazy place.
And sometimes you're in a clone body, which is technically like my 2 years old. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I gotta update my ID.
No more alcohol for you.
What? No. That's measured off of your soul, I think.
Does your clone body have a birthday? Did we ever have a birthday for your clone body?
I could have 2 birthdays. I could have a soul birthday and a body birthday. This is amazing. Oh, God,
I don't
what
know
a
if
good
I agree
day.
with 2 birthdays. We should just combine them into the median between the 2.
What? No. That sounds boring. I could have 2 birthdays? Oh, she's standing right there. Andrew, you've got a hot question. Fire it away. Let's kick this thing off right.
Oh,
It's coming.
what's your favorite color?
Ooh, good one.
What kind of stupid question is that?
Huh.
It's red, but that doesn't really matter.
The color of passion. I mean, that's reflected in the way that you're reacting right now. It also shows that you have a lot of intelligence because you thought about it for a second there.
Yeah, and it shows that you're not big on groupthink. You think independently. You don't care that we're captains and could, stick you in a pod for talking about us like that and shooting you off in the closest sun, but we appreciate the candid nature that you've got. I love it. All right.
You're threatening me, you new captain.
What? It's only a threat if, you can't follow it up.
Jay, she's very scary. I don't know if you want to threaten her anymore.
Well, I haven't looked at her directly in the... Oh, my God! Those eyes!
She's glaring at us. Oh, those are some fiery eyes.
Oh, my God! Oh, I'm looking away. I wrote something down on this, desk. I realized I don't have any paper or writing instruments.
I'm the best pilot you're going to find, okay?
Well,
I'm a mother to my crew. I love adventure, and I'm going to save you. And my accent is terrible.
ooh, you are absolutely spot on that last statement.
That description could not have been more accurate.
When I think about it, just looking at Daniel's reaction as he's recording all of this, the fact that we might have to have Daniel hear this accent consistently for a while, that's a lot of points in the positive category if I'm saying anything. So,
I mean, I think it's an automatic win. Do we even need a second candidate at this point?
Fayoul, what exactly is that accent that you've got going on there?
It's from the planet I grew up on.
That's an answer, and it's the correct one. Yeah, no follow-up. Well, let's see. What kind of action have you been in, Fayoul? Have you navigated the Sea of Souls? Have you flown through a star? Have you parallel parked in a very clustered port? They're difficult.
Can you fly through a star? Is this something?
I want to hear.
I haven't flown through a bloody star. What are you talking about?
Haha, trick question.
can't do that.
That's a very bad move for a helmsman. Don't want to do that at all. So just checking. What about the?
But I have parked the ship, if that's what you're asking. I've taken over before, and I've flown before. I also know how to fly shuttlecraft. And honestly, this whole thing, it's just a big shuttlecraft, isn't it? So I can take you wherever you need to go, and I will make sure that we survive. Because these boys and girls, I'm going to keep them safe. We're not going to go crashing into meteors and the warp.
Ooh, I like that. Both bad, both different. So different experience.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you, Jay. I'm kind of convinced, and it's not because of the death stare that she has maintained this entire conversation.
Well, I would
know. Piercing right through my soul.
I'm still looking at the desk.
Just look up for a second and tell me you can say no.
No. I don't want to change these pants. Fayoul, we really like what you got. We think you might have the stuff here, but you got a tough competitor. A competitor whose name I don't know, but we'll know soon. So good luck out there. Good luck.
It's a strong point.
Yeah. Jing, captains. She says as she turns away.
That it's also accurate. Okay. Well, very straightforward. I mean, I guess, the upside there, while we wait for this next candidate coming, Andrew, I mean, she's so direct. I feel like that's good information, if we're in a dangerous situation. We're like, is that a rock we're going to hit? And she'll say yes or no. We don't have to guess, no flowery descriptions.
I can't stop thinking about the eyes. It was like staring into the abyss. It was staring back at me, Jay.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's fine. Maybe we give her like a visor, like a cool visor she could have on her face.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like this idea.
Yeah, she is an interesting sort, we don't necessarily need to hire her, it might, that voice might get old very quickly, actually.
Oh, Daniel, it'll never get old to these Aeldari ears.
Yeah, ye of little faith.
Okay, and it might, just so we're clear, it might waver a little bit. It might change a little bit.
Well, old age and everything, right? Or young, we don't know. But hey, I'm willing to roll the dice on this one, Daniel. But we still made a decision. We got to see what's going on with this candidate number 2.
Okay, I'll bring him in. This guy his name is, this is a weird name. Oriange? Oriange.
Daniel, a weird name? Come on now. Wait, did you say Oriange?
Oriange, yes. Oriange.
Oriange. I mean, the ending has a lot of power behind it, Oriange. It just, I don't know why. It sticks with me. I
don't know. It immediately turns me off and makes me think of someone incapable of making decisions. I mean,
I don't know why you think that, but Oriange. Good. All right. Well, Oriange, what do you got for us? Introduce yourself.
Well, I'll bring him in.
Oh, I thought he was in the room. I'm still looking at the desk.
You're still looking at the ground. Like, eventually you will have to look up.
He could have piercing eyes as well with a powerful name like Oriange. I mean, you never know.
All right. Now he's walking in. So he's a pretty tall, thin man. He's wearing a very standard-looking imperial robes. Actually, he's got some scholarly stuff on it. He has like even a book. He's brought a book with him while he is doing this. He's not reading it, but like he has like a belt that has like a book attached to it.
He's got a belt with a book attached to it. I've got to look up and see this guy. Andrew, is it safe? Is his eyes going to burn on my face?
Oh, I haven't looked at him yet. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, come on. Really? All right, okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Ready?
What? No.
Come on, we got to do this. One of us has got to look first. Come on. We both did it. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We both did paper. We got to do it at the same time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Looking at his eyes. Oh. Seems like
all right, he's way more normal and not piercing into my soul. Okay.
Yeah. So, RNJ, tell us about yourself.
My name is Ariange.
Ariange.
You left out a syllable there.
Very nice. Ariange. Easy to say.
Can we shorten that to like Arion?
Or just...
And like leave out the useless last bit?
Or just J. We could go with that end of it, too.
It is a name that is very important to me, and I would prefer that you use the entirety of my name, or you could refer to me as my title, which is pilot, or perhaps, if I attain this position, helmsman would be the excellent. There are many different terms for the person who pilots ships in the various branches of the Navy, as well as in civilian capabilities and whatnot. But the general term used on this ship in the past, unless you plan on changing it, would be the helmsman. Though I suppose helmsperson is a little bit more inclusive. But I would be a helmsman. I am a man. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get off track. But yes, my name is Ariange, and I am here to apply for this position.
Man, that was a long answer. A real long Ariange. Much like your name, but I get it. Curious, Ariange, how do you feel about flying through stars? Doable? ?
There is some theory about flying through stars. As once you enter into the warp, theoretically you could bypass stars. However, stars themselves are very dangerous even within the warp, and in fact the stars themselves draw chaotic energies to them. So flying through a star is more of a theoretical idea. I would love to experiment and research more into that, but it's not particularly safe in a vessel of this size. I would love to see more of these, more stars and whatnot to confirm some of my theories and to back up some of the other research in this field.
Again, succinct answer. Let's see here.
Just to be clear, I feel like I am getting sidetracked. I do that occasionally. I do want to say that, yes, as you may have guessed, I did not start as a pilot. I'm more interested in discovering and researching the various things in space, but no one hires a researcher for those things, so I have become the best pilot possible to get hired onto this crew, and that is why I am here. I am probably the most knowledgeable pilot that is on this ship, and one of the most experienced, particularly if you count simulator time. But even then, I have had experience flying the ship in downtimes when the late Louis Soir was needed to give the position up to me, and I would very much appreciate you picking me. I know that this is a very difficult situation that you're coming into. Acting captain, not a thing that exists in very many records. Usually captains just become captains. But I would be willing to support you in this very interesting time.
What? Huh? Great answer. So, possible to fly through those stars.
I have a question for you.
Please go ahead.
In battle, yes. In battle, if you're the helmsman, would you be able to make a decision of where to go within 1.5 seconds?
Of course. I have mapped out simulations over and over again. I don't really have a lot of social time that I have on the ship. I don't really have too many close associates, so I spend quite a bit of time running through simulations, and I have ideas for almost any situation that I were to go into. I could make the decision very quickly. I could explain the decisions to you in detail, or I can just make the decision myself and go.
All right, Ariane, a star has gone supernova. It is close to the rogue trader vessel. We are approaching a jump point where we could possibly escape, but on our tail is an orc warship. It is coming at us broadside. What do you do, Ariane? What do you do?
It's a simple matter of accelerating to the safe warp point. All engines should be focused on that. While orcs are not particularly known for their weaponry in void combat, they could collide with us, which could be a very dangerous situation, as well as the star going supernova. How much energy I would put to defenses versus engines would depend on how far the star is at supernova and the state of the orc ship. But generally, what I would do is to keep most of our armor focused in the direction of the orc vessel and fly at max speed, probably turning off some of the weapon systems and funneling the power to the engines.
That was a really good answer.
Yes, makes sense. I mean, he's got the stuff mapped out. I mean, clearly he's thought about situations. Normal situations, I assume that one that I described happens often. But, I mean, it's good to know.
Yes, and I would love to spend more time on the bridge, because not only would I get to see things from the display up there and see out the glass, I also would be able to talk to the people on the bridge, and I wouldn't be able to talk to them about academic matters because we would have a job to do, but I don't know, maybe we could become better. I could make some better friends. But that is of course a lesser matter. What truly matters is serving you the best of my ability. I'm sorry, I can't believe I interrupted you, acting captain.
Ariane, I'm gonna stop you there. I'm curious. I mean, is piloting a vessel like the flexible Demeter your dream in life, or is it more you want to go where the flexible Demeter takes you, Ariane?
Admittedly, yes. My original goal in joining the ship was less interested in piloting and more interested in seeing where the flexible Demeter takes me. However, I have now realized that the best way for the flexible Demeter to safely get to many places and protect myself and the rest of the crew and to discover the vast and terrible things of the galaxy, you need the greatest pilot on the ship, and I have made myself the greatest pilot on this ship.
Well, let me ask you a quick question. Say an opportunity opened up for a lead researcher in any division that you're remotely interested in. Would you be more interested in that position than you would be as helmsman?
I don't. If as far as I'm concerned, research is not something that rogue trader vessels have historically been involved in. We don't really have folks that are equipped to know about the sciences. In fact, research itself is less of a priority in the Imperium at large these days.
So you're talking about a lot of statistics of what you know about rogue trader vessels, but you're talking to the two acting captains, and it's within our power to create a new paradigm within this ship. Isn't that the right word? That's the right word to describe what we can do, and we could maybe have a use for a head researcher.
I think about this often, Andrew, right? When you have a ship, right? When you have someone at the helm, they've got to love it. They've got to want to be with the ship, close, real close. Okay, I got
like a part of it, like family.
Yeah, and you gotta love it. Gotta have the passion for it. But that passion can be fiery. It can be dangerous, and that's why you need something tailing behind you, something in the waters of the sea of souls that keeps you steady, keeps you solid, like a book. I was going somewhere with that. Book in the water. That's not right. But you know what I mean? Passion mixed with cold, hard logic that grounds us while still keeping us flexible and getting close to the ship. I swear this had a point.
Daniel, is he
in the
talking
water
about this make-believe rudder position?
Rudderman!
I mean,
That's right, Arianje. I think you could be the first Rudderman on this ship. And since it isn't a real position, we can, add research stuff to it. And honestly, RNJ, I take offense to your statement saying that there is no one on this ship that focuses in research, because clearly we've already got the best man for the job. The best damn researcher on the flexible demeanor. And that's you, my friend. What do you think?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the name of the position?
It would be Rudderman. Or Rudderman.
A rudderman. Like a
R
rudder on a sailing vessel.
Research, but also it's in there. It's my analogy was or metaphor. One of those two is what really solidify. Again, someone passionate at the front. Book rudder in the water, keeping us steady. It's something.
I'm sorry. I'm a little confused about what my job duties would be. I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do. I will admit I'm slightly disappointed that you don't think that I would be an appropriate choice for the helm, but I'm a little confused as to the nature of a rudderman. Would that just be somebody who's near the engines?
No.
But also does research?
Yeah, Jay. You need to elaborate, go into precise detail on what his daily job duties would be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessary.
Oh yeah, here we go. Rudderman, as we can all guess, would be, I guess not on the back of the ship. No, you know what? You would be near the helm, but just look at Andrew and I, right? We balance one another, right? Two captains, two minds, working together for what will probably be the best leadership period that this flexible demeanor has ever seen. The captain will be back soon and we love him. But that balance is what gets us there. And think about it. If we have someone at the helm and you backing them up with that cold logic and those strategies to get us out of these precarious situations while giving you the opportunity to further research those strategies and enhance the ship as a whole, I don't just want you enhancing the helm, Orange. I want you enhancing everyone.
Arianje.
That's what I said. And look, I know I'm saying your name correctly, because I knew someone once, Arian Julius. And Arian Julius was a dear friend of mine. And Arianje, I didn't put it together until just now, but that's where I heard the name before. And I trust you.
Was he someone else from the planet Ishgard?
Possibly. Possibly. I think it was a mall somewhere. I can't quite. Maybe his father was Brookstone. I can't remember exactly, but all I know for sure is I trust. I'm sorry, these memories, they're so powerful. They're really affecting me.
I do apologize. I can step out if
no, it's okay.
It's
just the tears of joy. Remembering my old friend. So
I would love to hear more about Orange.
Of course,
Julius.
Aria Julius. But I will say this. If his legacy has left me with anything, it's that a man should be following his heart. Not what is best for his heart to get somewhere in the vicinity of where he should be. Arian Julius, it sounds so similar. Arianje, you're gonna be our top researcher. And maybe our best damn Rudderman we've ever had, our first, but will be the best damn Rudderman we've ever had. Do you accept the position?
Of course, yes, thank you very much. I do worry that this may create a chain of command problem if I'm advising the helm. The helm should be able to make decisions quickly.
You guys will figure it out. She looks like she gets along with a lot of people. But she said she was great with her team.
Oh, who would this be that I would be working alongside?
Well, Fayoul, of course.
Oh, lovely. She is a lovely woman. It would be, Oh, I would advise her then.
That's correct.
I would tell Feoul what to do.
Well, you would work together like a team, you know? You would inform, you wouldn't command, but inform politely and inform us.
You would provide alternate insight into courses of action.
So you would imagine that I would sort of be standing on the bridge, sort of in the back, maybe with my arms folded, and I would say something like, Captain, my analysis says that this planet is such and such. I'd be sort of like a science officer, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, again, something I don't think anyone's ever heard of or seen before. So this is new territory, absolutely. But yeah, let's go for it. I like it. Arms folding. You really put me there. Good stuff.
Fascinating. Well, I will try to begin researching the best way I can implement this new and interesting position. This is fascinating.
Amazing.
Thank
You're
you
going to
very much,
research
Captain.
implementing your own position. You are above and beyond, R&J. Well, thank you very much. And Ariane. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. And if you could let Feoul know, thumbs up when you get out there. I really can't look at her again. So if you could just pass that word along when you get out there, that'd be great.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, certainly. You don't think you want to tell them?
You know what? When you walk out there, just call her back in real quick. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll take care of it. Jay will take care of it.
Huh? I'm sorry. What? I'm looking at.
Thank
this
you
desk.
so much, Ariane Jay. Please leave and then tell Feoul to come back in.
Most certainly. Thank you for your time.
Well, hello there. Just your friendly Imperial scribe dropping by with your standard Imperial decree, written by the Emperor of Mankind himself. It says, Wrath and Story Patreon is totally dope, and that everyone should join to check out all the new bonus episodes as well as get early access. Just like me, your totally bitchin' Emperor Dad. Wait a second. That doesn't sound right. Also, this was scrawled on a napkin, not a ceremonial scroll. Not a lot of things adding up here, but, I mean, he's not wrong about the Patreon. So while I get to the bottom of this, maybe check it out for yourselves on patreon.com. In the meantime, I'll return you to the boys. Goodbye.
So, do I have the job of what?
I don't know, Daniel. What do you think about that voice?
It seems like it's going to be a good thing you're going to spend a lot of your time down on planets and not piloting.
Huh, well, that's disappointing. Well, Feoul, we wanted to tell you the good news. And I'm sorry that I'm still looking at the desk. I'm deep in thought.
Jay, we talked about this. Eye contact only.
Feoul, we really would appreciate if you took the role of helmsman. We think you'll do an excellent job. Thank you.
Don't be afraid, okay? I'm going to be the best damn helmsman that you've ever had on this bloody ship, okay? You can look me in the eye. I'm not going to bite.
All right.
Okay?
I believe you.
Don't worry. I'm going to take care of you just like I take care of everyone else.
I believe you. There's something in your eyes behind all of the other things.
Think of me as I'm a branch, and y'all are my saplings growing off of me, and I keep you steady and connected.
That's adorable. I like the idea of being a sapling. You can just kind of hang out and chill under the tree.
The both of you are adorable.
You know what? You are too, Feoul.
You know, you've got me sold. You're going to, I believe it in my bones. You are going to be the best helmsperson we've ever had on this ship.
Oh, and
it's gonna happen.
By the way, Oriange is also going to be working as your partner as the new Rudderman position, and we'll be doing research. And you guys will work together as a team. You'll figure out that camaraderie thing. So,
what is a Rudderman?
It's a very prestigious position that works alongside the helmsman.
And you gave it to the stick in the mud.
He's an interesting guy, you know. He's got a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, and we just want to see how those ideas play out in, combat situations. Maybe we'll see.
He's mainly going to be working in research Just to be clear, he will
What
be
is
where
the
he's...
reason? Whatever, you're in charge. I'll just make sure that you're safe.
Hey,
And she leaves.
that's all
Without
that
even...
we can ask for. All right, bye. All right. We got 2 positions down and 2 additional positions. So I feel like we're
All
doing
right.
great.
All right. I know this is Daniel, you're feeling this, and this is definitely the there's some organism on Terra that Olifant, I think is the way it's called.
The
Olifant in the room.
The Ulefant in the room, I think is how it's pronounced. Yes,
Ulefant?
yeah. A lot of
Ulefant.
tentacles.
The Ulefant
Nobody
in the
wanted
room.
them in any rooms for obvious reasons, right? It's sticky.
Something about China shops or something. I don't know what that means. But the Ulefant in the room, Jay, is that we can't keep making positions for both people. Like, we just have to hire one of them.
Well, hold on. I think what you mean to say is we shouldn't. We absolutely can, because
No,
we just
no.
did.
No. Like, you got your 2, and that's it.
Aw.
Like, the next one, we have to choose one or the other.
Yeah, I guess having 2 military commanders would be pretty bad in combat situations. I would agree.
Yeah, it would be awful. In fact, it would probably break down the chain of command. And we're talking about combat here. We're talking about real stakes.
But what
So-
if these next 2 candidates are instead both squats who stand on top of each other and wear a trench coat with a cool commander hat?
in the...
Do you not... Is it that you don't like making decisions, or that you don't want to hurt people's feelings?
No.
Is that what's going on here?
No, I'm great at making decisions. These are easy stuff. I'm good.
I think it's probably a little of both, Daniel. I mean, I would challenge him to say anything bad about Feywild, like, while looking her in the eye.
I mean, why would I tempt death like that? It seems like a pretty irresponsible thing to do. But I'm feeling good. I feel like these have been all great decisions. We got double the staff already. That's efficient, I think.
I guess we'll find out. I mean, you have as much experience captaining a rogue trader vessel as I do, so we're all just sort of figuring this out together.
Yeah, right? Everyone's doing great. So, who do we got for this military commander position? Who can we bring in to replace Andrew? I mean,
Those are tough shoes to fill.
I mean, Andrew, you better have some hard questions ready, because they got to fill those shoes.
You wouldn't believe the lineup I got going. I can dip into Skullwipe PowerPoint presentation if I need to. It's on standby.
I don't know if we need to go that heavy. I mean, it is the first round and I guess the only round of interviews, so I guess go as hard as you want. Let's see. Let's bring him in.
All right. The first person we'll be bringing is Raubon. Raubon, he is, well, you'll see.
Okay.
Very mysterious.
A man about the size of an orc knob is ducking to enter into the room. He's massive, as mentioned. You do notice he only has one arm.
Whoa.
And he is stepping forward. He has a sword on his belt and a las weapon as well. And he has, even though he's wearing like a full set of clothing, you could see the muscles like bulging out of what he's wearing. He's got a couple of scars on his face, and he sort of looks at you and is awaiting for you to say something.
Andrew, this is you. You got this, buddy.
Right. First question. Man, I lost my train of thought. How did you lose the arm?
God, that's what my question was going to be. That was your first... What if he didn't have an arm? Was that literally the first of your interview questions?
I mean, it was definitely missing limb was one of the prerequisites on my first question.
I guess
so.
that makes
I
sense.
lost my arm during the fall of Alamigo to the Green Horde.
To the what horde?
The Greenskin Horde.
Okay.
So you've fought orcs?
Yes. My entire life was spent fighting orcs until I met Captain Hardin. They had been attacking Alamigo for generations. We had been left out of reinforcements from the Imperial Guard. There always were more important matters to deal with. But I fought my entire life trying to protect my people. And in the end, It was not enough. I should have died if not for Hardin saving me and the people of Alamigo who were able to survive. I've sworn loyalty to this ship and the Hardin dynasty. Therefore, I shall be loyal to you. And he takes a knee and bows before you as he says that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, geez, that's a hell of a backstory. Whew. You got your questions, right? You got. I mean,
yes.
Hit
absolutely.
him with the tough stuff.
I have relevant questions. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. This one, maybe not the best one for him. We're gonna try it anyway. Okay, we're in a dire situation. We're being boarded and attacked by, we'll say, orcs in this situation.
Nice. Relevant.
You have a decision to make. Do you rally with the troops on the ship in a no-win situation, or do you attempt to save the most important people in the ship to fight another day?
You see him quavering, not quavering.
Quavering, my God. I've only seen it once before when I was with my old friend, Oran Julius. Nay, did I think I'd see quavering again, but here we are. Go on,
Sorry,
Daniel.
it's not what I thought this guy would be doing. He's like shaking a little as you say this.
It's what happens when a man of his size quivers. He quavers instead.
That's true. And when hit with such a hard question. Well done, Andrew.
If this is a question about why I was not able to protect Captain Hardin, you are correct. I am a failure. I was not able to save the most important people. To answer your question, I would try to protect those who need to be protected, though with my experience fighting orcs, sometimes if you could challenge a boss in one-on-one combat and break them, his boys will break and scatter.
And you think you could break a boss in one-on-one combat?
I've done it before.
Damn. Oh, I said that out loud.
All right, well, okay. First of all, I'm going to hit you with maybe something in the feels. First of all, what happened to Hardin is not your fault. Jay and I were both there, and it still happened.
Yeah, but it wasn't our fault either, just to clarify. For, just so you know.
No, the point is that
I
we
know
did
what
our
happened.
best.
I was in that courtroom.
God, how did we miss
If we
you?
had all done our best, Hardin would still be here.
No, see, that's the wrong thinking, my friend. Because you can still do your best. You can make all of the right choices and still lose.
And more importantly, if we do our best, remember, he'll still be here. He's down there right now fighting for his life in that thing. But he's down there fighting. And if you continue to fight, just like we are, then I think we'll see him again.
If there's one thing I know how to do, it is to fight.
I believe you. For sure. Any more tough questions you got, Andrew?
All right, yeah. Here's the big one. So you like to fight. You have insanely, apparently, broken a orc war boss by yourself.
It's why they call me the Bull of Alamigo.
Whoa, cool name. I like that. Bull of Alamigo. Like, hey, where's the bull? It's fun.
Okay. But the real question is, if you want to serve Hardin and the Hardin Empire, and you love to fight, especially breaking orcs, why are you trying to become the master of the military?
Your skull told me that I would be the best for the job. I led the armies of Alamigo against the orcs, even as the planet itself fell. I am an experienced military commander. I just prefer to lead from the front.
So you didn't even want this position originally? Like, you didn't volunteer for it?
My job is to protect Hardin. I once served as a military commander for Hardin. He said I would be better served as a advisor to him in a more unofficial capacity and as a bodyguard. I have failed him as a bodyguard.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't have any questions. I think we've heard everything he's had to say. Andrew?
No, I think if you wouldn't mind, if you could just wait outside while we see the other candidate.
As you wish. And he stands up, and you realize the whole time he's been kneeling, but he's about eye level with you when he's kneeling, so you maybe didn't even notice as he stands back up and walks out of the room. That guy was intense.
Okay.
Was
First of all, I want to
crazy,
point
right?
out, are we sure that he's not an orc? Because we've seen orcs, and he is all but green.
He looks like an orc almost. I mean, he's a big dude. My God.
You know, it's what they say about when you you love and you live your work so hard you become your work. And
Maybe
his
it's
work
like-
was killing orcs. I mean,
Maybe it's like part Ogren or something.
Oh, that
I
might
don't
be
know.
it.
Yeah.
He seems too like, I've seen Ogren in combat, and I mean, they're probably as brutal as he is, but I've also seen them not in combat, and he was a little bit more eloquent, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely's got some stuff going on. We should probably get him a prosthetic. Is all I'm saying, though. We could probably get him
Andrew,
one
you
of those.
could make him a prosthetic.
oh my God, I am going to make him the best freaking... He's going to have a gun in that arm. It's going to be... No gun on... Why does he need a gun on his hip? Then he has to choose between a gun or a sword. I mean, like, he's going to get the gun in the arm.
Of
I mean,
course.
let's be clear.
Yeah, I love it. Also, we got to think about this. He might not be the right choice. He might be. I mean, that backstory. He's got so much going on there, like so much fire and fight. I mean, a guy can break a orc boss in one-on-one combat. I mean, you kind of want to have a guy like that around, but also, do you want your commander at the front lines trying to go on a suicide one-on-one death match with a boss?
Okay,
No.
I can't believe I'm saying this because of the stance I just took earlier. I think we need to create a new position.
Ah!
God.
Well,
Oh
let's
my
talk
God.
to the.
I'm
let's
sorry,
talk
hold
to-
on a second. Gosh, these Aeldari ears, there's just sometimes there's wax in them. Hold on a second. I think I got it all out. Andrew, I'm sorry. What were you suggesting again?
Well, I think we should follow Daniel's suggestion and bring in the second candidate.
Yeah, before we create a second position, let's. try to
That's
create
what
a
I
second
thought I
candidate.
heard. Second position, baby. Who can't make decisions now? That's not me, because I can, but it's probably you. Let's bring that second candidate in.
All right. This next guy coming in, this is Alphino, and he is, well, you'll see.
Jeez,
And
very mysterious
the-
candidates for this role.
Yeah, jeez.
The young man who comes in seems like he couldn't be more of the opposite of Raubon, who was just in here. He's a very small. I would almost say he looks more like an Aeldari than he in terms of proportions than he does a human or a half ogre or whatever the hell.
But he's not an
Raubon.
Eldari, is he, Daniel?
No, he's not an Eldari. He's a young man.
So
He looks
why would you
very
say
young.
Eldari's opposite of a Roban? I mean, I'm just
Because it's
Roban,
clearly the
I'm
opposite.
curious.
I mean, you're like, you
No,
blow away
you're-
in a stiff breeze. I
No,
mean,
it's because you're so.
Whoa, not a stiff
Help
breeze.
me.
I ride the breeze. I'm
He
Leaf.
looks life or leaf or whatever that word is that you say. Oh, I hate saying it.
You did reprogram it, right, Andrew? So he has to say Leith every time, right? It looks
Leith,
like he glitched
yes,
out for a
Leith.
second there. He almost said the wrong pronunciation. Okay, I'm just making sure. Whew. But yes, Daniel, you're correct. I am Leith. And this man could be close.
Yes.
In
Leaf
Leithness.
on the wind, in fact, because a stiff breeze will blow you away.
To the right
Hello.
destination.
Hello, acting captains. My name is Alphino, and I, Levion Le, I am here to assist you in anything that you need. Your skull told me that you were looking at having me take over as military commander of this vessel. I must say that is a very forward-thinking idea, but I believe the right decision.
But why forward thinking? I'm curious. You clearly have an opinion on this.
I believe I would be one of the youngest military commanders serving on this vessel, but age is just a number, as they say. and I am passionate about this. And I have a strong understanding of tactics and strategy. I've been raised my entire life to be in the military, and I'm very knowledgeable about these things.
And
I would be...
I'm curious. I'm sorry to interrupt. How many combats have you been in? Just give or take. You know, you can say dozens or hundreds. You can round them, is what I'm saying.
I've been in hundreds of combats. I've been fighting since I've been 10 years old. Some of them have been simulated combats, of course, but I have been, and I've been studying tactics. The combats themselves are less important than it is for me to manage our troops, manage our supplies, and manage things in an organized fashion. Perhaps you are aware of my elite unit that I commanded, the Braves, that helped fight against the mutiny. They were some of the elite troops on this ship. Admittedly, they mostly perished in the mutiny, but I have already have command experience commanding some of the elite forces on this vessel, and I have quite a bit of combat experience and command experience as well. I've been commanding troops in a full-time capacity for the past few years, and I've been this is my entire life. I was born to do this.
Right. Brave Squad. Andrew, was that B Squad or was that Beta Squad? Or was it not one of those?
I don't think that was any of those squads.
Wasn't even in the Betas or the Bs? That's odd.
The Brave Squad actually was a very well-equipped and well-commanded unit. That's actually the main reason that I came to bring Alphino in here.
And Daniel, they all died in the mutiny, though, right?
Yes, Alphino was very good at has very strong tactical knowledge. I don't know if he noticed that some of them were disloyal. Is kind of the problem.
I have a couple questions for Alphino. I also have a quick question for you, Daniel. How do you know Alphino?
He is the son of.
Let me cut to it, Daniel. He seems to be very interested in simulated combats. You know, probably playing on one of these. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. And Daniel, you spend a lot of time on those simulated combat games as well. Daniel, is this an online friend?
No. I would love to get him in on some of our online games. I think he would be great in Apex or something like that. But he's usually, his dad never let him do those things. I suppose I should mention, his grandfather was one of the high-ranking military commanders on this vessel. He died a little bit before you, Andrew, took over in the military position, but his grandfather raised him, like, pretty much from birth to be in the military.
Huh, interesting. Alphino, how old are you?
Well, as I mentioned, age is merely a number. I am 17 years old.
Interesting. Gosh. Oh, this thing is a little dirty. And I pulled out my shuriken pistol, and I fire, like, one round off, randomly scattershot, like, near him. How does he react?
He hits the floor and pulls out a las pistol that he has with him and immediately goes into, like, a perfect firing stance. He seems to have done absolutely everything by the book in what you just in the thing that you just did to him.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Alphino. That this thing goes off all the time, randomly. I don't throw it at the wall.
I was not expecting that. Is this part of the test?
He's got it.
Who knows?
I've been telling you to get that looked at there, Jay.
Yeah, all part of the test. Slide that back in my pocket.
So,
make sure it's
17. And you said that, there's a mix of simulated and actual combat.
Yes, I am. I admit I have quite a bit of privilege in my life. I've been, as I mentioned, I've been raised pretty much from birth to be the perfect military commander. And I know that I will be the perfect military commander because I'm very intelligent, very experienced, and I have this in my blood.
Alphino, are you the most perfect military commander?
Well, I suppose everyone always has room to grow, but I think I am the best one on this ship. Yes, I do. And I say that without, I'm not trying to give you any false modesty. I am great. I'm the best person you're going to get for this job.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I think we've got everything we need, Alfano. Andrew, any more questions?
No, actually, just one quick parting thing before you step outside and allow us to make our decision. Just general percentage-wise, simulated versus actual combat.
60-40, to be fair. But there has not been as much combat as of late for the actual troops on this vessel. You have been more involving yourselves in doing things directly in very small unit situations.
Yeah, it's almost like we've been leading from the front, you might say.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, indeed.
Well,
all right. Well, thank you very much. We'll give you our decision shortly. Please step outside.
Look, I know he's a kid. But I think he would be really good at the job. And not
Daniel.
just because he says he's really good at the job.
Daniel, he's 17.
Yeah.
He's 17 years old.
And look,
You're talking about putting him in charge of thousands. He's 17 years old. His entire squad, now, however elite they were, all died. And you, as you pointed out, you said he didn't even realize that some of them were traitors.
Well, I mean, I think he has now. I mean, I guess we should have asked him about that. But yeah, does he have some room to grow? Of course, he probably has some room to grow. But he has shown. I've been watching this kid for a while. This kid has not only a ton of potential, but he's been raised to do this.
Look,
but he is inexperienced. To be fair, he is definitely inexperienced compared to Rauban.
Look, I can't argue the fact that watching some young kid try to rise through the ranks and be the best at something consistently wouldn't be an interesting, premise, right? I feel like it could be something you could do over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and still be fun. But the thing is, the way he took that stance, when I fired that shot off, it was a perfect configuration. His last pistol was set. He was ready to go. He's practiced it so many times. But, damn it, we were on a planet with rock monsters and like water deity god men, and we met our future selves, and there's a version of you, Daniel, out there that's like a god's son or something. Like, the stuff we get into isn't practical, right? Like, it can't be by the book.
To be fair, he was part of the Zero-G team that helped fight during the Tyrant Star situation when the people were trying to board the ship. He was experienced during that campaign. But yes, that's definitely not in the books.
Okay. So, going back on something I may have said before he entered the room, I had an idea.
Right. The two position thing that you were going to say.
That's right. Tell us about your second position, Andrew.
Okay. So this is one that is actually real and not fake real that we had to then work in because Jay can't make decisions.
I'm pretty sure Rudderman is something for sure.
So he clearly has room to grow. He's clearly like a sponge. He wants to experience and become the best military commander he can be. But I don't think he's someone that we can have at the front that people would look towards and immediately know that that person is badass. So I had this idea. What if we have Raban as our lead commander and the boy underneath him as his second in command, and when it calls to have our forces actually deployed, Raban then goes and leads from the front, and the kid acts as like an overall intelligence officer. How about that?
Interesting.
I am going to say this. I shouldn't be shocked, but I have presented you with 3 choices to make. And for every single one of them, you two have decided that you're just going to pick both.
Which is, and I know this is where you were going, Daniel, the trick was that it wasn't what's the right choice, what's the best choice. We found the best choice, Daniel. I agree. Good job, everyone. Good job all around. I love this. And again,
yeah, I wasn't in this camp immediately, but now I'm in
Okay,
this camp.
we have a whole crew of characters we'll have to be checking in with in the future, I guess.
and some of them are really fun to listen to. Ah, those voices.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
And but also, hard to look at because that stare. Oh my God.
You know what? This is probably useful because, there is kind of a high mortality rate on this ship.
Yeah, and
Yes,
we've got
Daniel,
we've got
you're
backups
coming
for
around.
literally everybody. I'm glad we're all on the same page now. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but chance of death is high.
I'm trying to look on the bright side of this.
I mean,
That's the right way, Daniel.
literally 1/3 of this team right here has died previously. So I mean, the chances are high. I think
You died, but we also killed the future version of you. So you've died twice, sort of.
Double death.
Oh my
man.
God, I
that
didn't
is a
even-
lot
And
to
didn't
take
we
in.
try to kill you that one time to bring Aeldari in?
Ooh,
man, yeah, I've been putting that's
there's a lot to unpack there.
interesting. I'll think about that later. Well, we got our team. I'm excited about them. Are you guys excited about them?
You know what? I picked all of these people because I thought they would be very good at the job. I didn't necessarily think they would be good at all of the jobs together, but I'm excited for all of these people to be a part of the crew. And I think, we're about to make our final approach to the Pearl, whatever the hell that is. And it's going to be great to have some really competent officers by our side when we're doing it.
So, should we bring Raban and the kid back in here to, tell them our decision, I guess?
Oh
We did
yeah,
that
we
kinda
didn't
with
tell
everybody
them.
else.
We can tell them in a minute. I think the most important thing is that we've made a good decision, and that we've got one crazy military commander and an upstart kid who's think he's the best at everything, and he's gonna have to learn the hard way working under this commander, and eventually, he might get there.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's 17, and of course every 17-year-old thinks they're the best in the world. That's just how it works. Or they think they're absolute dog shit, depending on how their self-esteem is. But they definitely think they know more than you. So
Yeah, he's gonna grow and maybe make some new friends, and yeah.
Wait, I just had a weird thought. Daniel, how old are you exactly?
Oh, who cares? I'm just a servo skull. This is complicated. I gotta shut down and process all of this data. Don't worry about how old I am.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It seems that the positions have finally been filled, along with a whole slew of new ones as well. Will these hires help our boys reach their final destination and capture the Pearl? Or will this bloated org structure topple under its own weight? Tune in next time to... Wait a second. You can listen to our next episode right now? On Patreon? Why, yes. You see, on Patreon, our backers are always one entire episode into the future. There you can also enjoy bonus episodes and get access to our Discord, where you can chat with the boys along with tons of other wonderful listeners every day. Definitely check it out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. If you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app? We'd really appreciate it. Also, our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. And until next time, goodbye.